Welcome back to DBL. Beloved wife and mother Jennifer Dulos disappeared 9 months ago in Connecticut. Her estranged husband was recently charged with murder, but a new twist has left investigators baffled. We have an update on this case that grabbed national headlines in today's True Crime Chronicles.
Jennifer and Fotis Dulos were college sweethearts at Brown University. In 2004, they relocated to Farmington, Connecticut to start a family. They had 5 children, 2 sets of twins, and a daughter. In 2017, Jennifer files for divorce. Over the next 2 years, the couple became estranged amid a nasty custody dispute.
It's an exhausting fight. I love my children. That's about it.
In late May, Jennifer drops the kids off at school and is never seen again. She's reported missing that day. Police find her blood inside the garage of her home. That same evening, Fotis and his girlfriend, Michelle Troconis, are caught on camera dumping garbage bags containing Jennifer's blood.
You know, I know what I've done and I know what I haven't done. So I have to stand and fight and hope that the truth is going to come out.
10 days later, Fotis and his girlfriend are charged with tampering evidence. They plead not guilty. Then, months later, Fotis is charged with kidnapping and murdering Jennifer. His girlfriend and former lawyer Kent Mawhinney are also charged in connection to the case. But his new attorney insists there's no evidence of a murder.
There's no body. What we have is a suspicious disappearance and an entirely circumstantial case. What these charges tell us is the state has evidence and doesn't know what to make of it.
Weeks later,
Yukon Fire for a medic and an ambulance expedited response.
Fotis fails to show up for an emergency bail hearing. Officers try checking on him at home.
They could see through a window that Mr. Dulos was sitting in his vehicle and he had obvious signs of medical distress.
Fotis was rushed to a hospital for carbon monoxide poisoning.
Fotis Dulos was declared dead tonight at 5:32.
His death was ruled a suicide. He left behind a suicide note proclaiming his innocence. Almost a year later, and dozens of searches, Jennifer's body still hasn't been found. What happened to the loving mother of 5?
Earlier, Tori Allen and I spoke with a reporter who's been following this case since the start. We are joined now by anchor and reporter Ben Goldman from Fox 61 in Hartford, Connecticut. Thank you, Ben, for joining us. Now, this is a very timely case. There are new developments right now. So Fotis Dulos recently died by suicide. Since he was charged with murdering his ex-wife, what happens now? Will his murder trial continue?
This is just the latest of the twists and turns that have gone on since May 24th of last year. His attorney, Norm Pattis, came out the night that Fotis died and said that he wants to continue not only the civil case, but the criminal case. And a lot of legal experts that we spoke to are kind of dumbfounded by this, because how do you continue a criminal case if your suspect is no longer here? But he says he wants the estate of Fotis Dulos to go on. He says he wants to clear his client's name, and we're going to wait and see if that's been done. It's never been done before in the state of Connecticut. His attorney wants to continue it. We'll see if that actually comes to fruition or not.
Wow, a posthumous trial. I've never heard. This story has me reading up into all hours of the night. Jennifer's body has never been found, but Fotis left behind a suicide note. So I want to know, did it say anything or leave any clues behind as to where Jennifer might be?
It was a lengthy note, and essentially it was proclaiming his innocence, saying that he had nothing to do with it, saying that his girlfriend who was arrested had nothing to do with it, his friend and former attorney who was also arrested had nothing to do with it, telling his children that he loves them, but everyone, in his words, has their limits. And then he ended the note apologizing to this new character involved in this saga, Anna Curry, this woman from North Carolina who apparently paid Fotis Dulos' latest bond.
Wow.
Who was seen at his house the day that he committed suicide. No clues, a lot of unanswered questions, and Fotis Dulos died proclaiming his innocence.
I'm just wondering, like, obviously we're talking about this on a national level, but what is the temperature going on in Connecticut right now? Like, what are people saying, and what have you picked up as a reporter?
It's very frustrating because your main character in this almost years-long story is no longer around.
Right.
And there's been no concrete ending to it. So a lot of people are still curious about it. A lot of people are still talking about it. It'll be interesting to see how it proceeds going forward now that Fotis Dulos is no longer around. The bottom line here is that so many of us really feel bad for his 5 kids who now don't have a mother, don't have a father, who are living with their grandmother in Manhattan, who's in their 70s or 80s. Just their mental and emotional struggle that they're going to have to deal with. That's really the thing that breaks a lot of people's hearts.
I pray for the truth, for the children, for everyone that's been involved and invested in this case. For the latest updates on the Dulos' case and to read the full story, visit fox61.com. We will be right back.